low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Brian Giles with Brian Giles MTG. And we're back with more Hobbit spoilers. For Magic the Gathering. And starting our list off with this video, we have Pinecone Strike. Red and 1 for an instant reach, choose one or both. Pinecone Strike deals 3 damage to target creature. That creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Destroy target artifact token. So destroy your opponent's treasures, their clue tokens, whatever. So yeah. And for you that don't know the story, this represents when the goblins and wargs had the company trapped up in the Great Tree, and Gandalf was throwing down lighted pine cones to hit them and disrupt them. Next up, we have Quarrel. Green and 1 for an instant read. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Yahoo! We have Glowing the Mighty. A red and 3 for a 4/3 dwarf warrior. It has a sorcery adventure of Easy Pickings for a red and 2. Easy Pickings deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control. Say goodbye to your opponent's weenie deck. And his creature side says at the beginning of your first main phase, you add 2 red mana. He is definitely useful. You know, red decks always need more ramp, and well, this is more ramp. Oh, we got ahead of ourselves. We have Most Decrepit Old Bird. This represents the crow that was able to basically speak to the dwarves. And, allowed the conversation between the dwarves and Bilbo to be able to tell the thrush to tell Bard that there's a hole in Smaug's scales. So the Most Decrepit Old Bird is 1 blue mana for a 1/1 bird with a Speak Secrets. For blue and 1, you mill 4 cards and put an instant or sorcery cards from among them into your hand. He's got flying and a threshold that he gets +1/+1 as long as there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard. So he can fill your graveyard up, then you comes out, and then if you got 7 or more in there, he's a 2/2. So hoo-ha! We have Dane's Company. A red and white. This is the dwarf company card. So red and white for a 2/2 dwarf warrior. This creature has lifelink as long as you control another dwarf. When this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. Reveal a dwarf or equipment card from among them. Put it into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library in a random order. So, hoo-haw. So we have Old Fat Spider. Another spider from Mirkwood. At 2 green and 4, you get a 6/7 spider with reach that can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. And whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you draw a card. So even removing this, you draw a card. But yeah. He's a big creature that can't be blocked by your weenie creatures. So, hoo-ha. We did Glow in the Mighty. Now we have Nasty Little Rabbit. Who thought that Bloomburrow would get a boost from a Hobbit set? But it's a green mana. It's a 1/2 with Ferocious. Being combat in your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So this actually fits into your Wolf Warg deck. Next up we have Thror's Map. 2 generic for a legendary artifact. When it enters, search your library for basic land card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Pay 2, tap it, draw a card, and discard a card. So yeah, card draw, land searching, not unopposed to any of that. We have Fearsome Goblin Pair. A hybrid black-red and 2 for a 1/1 Goblin Soldier. When this creature dies, amass Goblins 4. So hoo-ha. We have Faithful Discovery. Now this card was leaked very early on, but it is confirmed now for 2 blue and 3, an enchantment. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. Oopsie, Urzatron, anyone? This could be bad. Very, very, very bad. Yes, Mythic. It deserves to be Mythic for what that does. I mean, that's like Tolarian Academy. They cost 5 to cast. And no. Well, Tolarian Academy gives you blue mana according to your artifacts, but still, I'm just thinking of artifact stuff. And it's any artifacts, which includes your artifact lands. So, yeah, that's gonna be a thing. So we have Hobbit Hole. So it's a land. You can tap it to sacrifice and search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. And it has halfling cycling for 4. So you can pay 4 and discard this card and search your library for a halfling card and put it into your hand and then shuffle. Excuse the evolving wilds out of me. We've got an evolving wilds with a halfling tutor. That's just wrong. Next up, we have the first of a cycle of common lands, common dual lands that do basically the same thing. So, Elven King's Hall is a land that enters tapped. You can tap it to add a green or blue, which you can pay a green, blue, and 2, and sacrifice this land to put 2 +1/+1 counters on target elf you control. So every land in the archetypes for the set will have there'll be a common land that has that ability for that particular archetype. So next up we have Goblin Town. So it's a land that enters tapped. You can tap it to add black or red. Pay black, red, and 2, tap and sacrifice it to put 2 +1/+1 counters on target goblin or orc you control. Again, activate only as a sorcery. Next up, we have Elven Passage. It's a land you can tap and pay 1 life and sacrifice this land to search your library for a basic land card. Put it onto the battlefield, tap. You may behold an elf. If you do, untap the land. You know, you can, to behold an elf, you can, if you have an elf on the battlefield, you can point that out or reveal an elf from your hand. So, hoo-ha. We have Ori, Keeper of Songs, a white and 2 for a 3/3 dwarf bard with storied. As long as you have an enduring story, Ori gets +1/+0 and has vigilance. So, hoo-ha. We have Bilbo Baggins Burglar. So blue and 2 for a 2/1 halfling, legendary halfling rogue with a sorcery adventure of Take a Glance. It's a blue mana that you can use to scry 2. So hoo-ha. And when Bilbo enters, you draw a card. So you know what you have, and you can draw a card on Next up we have Gollum's Silent Slinker. The best Gollum, I think, of all the Gollums and Smeagol's we have. So black and 3, you get a 4/3 halfling, legendary halfling horror with menace. He also has a sorcery adventure of meager meal that you can put a +1/+1 for a black mana that you can put a +1 counter on one target creature. Target player gains 2 life. So hoo-ha. We have Dory, a red and 2 for a 3/2 legendary dwarf warrior with trample. When he enters, you create a treasure token. Now we have Beorn, Reluctant Host. Now I thought they were going to do Beorn as a flip card, but evidently they didn't want to do flip cards in this set. So Beorn is a green and 4 for a 5/5 legendary human bear shapeshifter with trample. He has a sorcery adventure of Till and 10 for a green and 1. You can play an additional land this turn. We have Dusk Watch Hunter, a hybrid black, green, and 2 for a 3/1 wolf. They can't be blocked by tokens. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. So you can put another +1/+1 counter on him, make him a 4/2, and they can't be blocked by tokens. Which also would help fit in with the ferocious archetype. We have Goblin Plate Mail, hybrid black, red, and 1 for an artifact equipment. When it enters, you amass goblins 1. Attach this equipment to amassed army. Equipped creature gets +1/+0, has menace, and equipped for 4. We have Mirkwood Nurturer, hybrid green-blue, and 2 for a 3/2 Elf Ranger. This creature enters, return up to 1 target permanent you control to its owner's hand. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. So hoo-ha. We have Nori, Teller of Tales, a red, white, and 1 for a hybrid red, white, and 1 for 2/2 legendary dwarf bard. Whenever Nori attacks, target attacking creature gains first strike until end of turn. Hoo-ha! Patient Instructor, hybrid white-blue, and 2 for a 2/2 human citizen with vigilance. When he enters, you recruit. Hoo-ha! I don't know if I'll be able to get through all the next ones, but we're going to try. So, first up, we're going to go with Ordinary Bear. He's just a green and 3 for a 4/5 bear. Just generic vanilla bear. No, we don't want you. We don't want you seeing that. We have Little Bear, a green and 2 for a 3/2 bear with flash. When he enters, untap another target creature you control. That creature's a bear. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. So hoo-ha! So next up we have Large Bear. 2 hybrid black greens and 3 for a 5/5 bear with reach, trample, and haste. So that's really powerful for an uncommon 5-mana bear. You get a 5/5 with reach, trample, and haste. Yeah, that's going to go over well. But you seem to have noticed I've purposefully been avoiding a certain bear. Because we got the little bear, we've got the ordinary bear, we've got the large bear, and next up we have, where'd you go? Gigantic Big Bear. Yeah, it's beefy. It's 7 mana for 2 green and 5, but you get a 10/7 bear that can't be countered and has hexproof and haste. Yeah, so you can get this out pretty quickly if you're playing green. And trust me, if you're not ramping in green, you're playing wrong. So we're at 21 minutes. We'll see you in the next video.